Fasting is a physical thing. Even if you're not a spiritual person and you're fasting, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the hunger. You're going to feel the thirst. It's a physical thing that you feel. And during the process, it's like your stomach is screaming at you. It's telling you, feed me. Your throat is yelling at you. It's telling you, quench me. So there's this physical war going on inside of you. And the only other entity that has a say in what you do is your heart, which now, because you're fasting, is in complete control. And so it yells back at your stomach and screams back at your throat and says, no, we're not going to eat that food until Maghrib, until the sun sets. We're going to protect ourselves from eating those foods and drinking those drinks until that time. With that idea in mind, I now want you to think outside of fasting. Let's say somebody of the opposite gender that you find attractive is walking down the street, and then your eyes fall onto them, but then you fail to lower them. At that moment, there was an urge inside of you. Just like your stomach had an urge, your throat had an urge, your eyes now had an urge. They wanted to look. I want you to ask yourself now, when your eyes fall onto the wrong things, is your heart still in charge like it was when you were fasting? Does it immediately say to you, don't even raise your eyes? Not until Allah gives you the halal option. Not until you get married. What Allah has later is better for you, and no matter how strong your urges are, you still have to protect yourself. This doesn't happen for most of us. We don't stop. We look, we feel bad later, and the cycle perpetuates. Ramadan is an opportunity. 30 days, your heart is in control and your body is submitting. You know how sometimes Jummah can be a spiritual high, but then you have 6 days to get weak again. What does Allah do in Ramadan? 30 days in a row, you are winning this battle. And on a side note, one of the main reasons why we lose this battle is Shaitan and his marketing to us, right? He just keeps telling us, come on, just take a bite. Just look a little. It's not that bad. At least you're not like that guy over there. All of this will disappear for you during Ramadan, bi'idhnillah. If you go through a 30-day rigorous process like that, it's like your heart has been made strong and the urges inside of your body have been made weak. Now you're truly prepared to protect yourself once the month is over. Before I conclude, I want to give you one last example. You know those who are paid to protect people? Police officers, firemen, soldiers. They don't begin their careers by first going straight into the worst possible scenario, do they? Of course not. They first go through training programs and mock exercises before they hit the real thing. It's kind of like that with Ramadan. For 30 days, Allah puts away Shaitan and allows us to train and get stronger. And once that training is done, just like in the example, the police officer must go to the real crime. The fireman must go to the real fire. Just like that, we're going to have to fight the real enemy, the Shaitan and its command over our nafs. That's when we'll truly be able to protect ourselves and make our hearts these strong forts that Shaitan cannot enter into. That's one of the spirits of Ramadan. You have been given this month of fasting so that you may be able to protect yourself. If you've benefited from this video in any way, then I kindly urge you to share it, or at least make it an effort to share what you've learned today with friends and family.